So from 9:30 to 10:30 Eastern. I'm a big believer in that. I watched it for years, and it often sets a tone for the day. One stat is once one side of the hour range breaks, usually it's a low probability that it's going to double break, meaning both sides. So it's about a 76+% chance that it's going to only break that high for the day. So I tend to kind of use that in conjunction with this, but you can also just look at the open. So if you start to see some bullish price action, lots of wicks collecting a strong base and a breakout with like 3 solid candles, then I would definitely start targeting this upper extension range and considering that the low of the day is in, which happens to be, roughly the open price. I mean, it's actually slightly down here, but then I would expect that one ATR that we can expect SPX to play in is going to be basically from here to here and probably no higher.
Right.
So like I wouldn't start to swing as like an intraday trade. I wouldn't start to swing 6,700 or, anything like that. Like if anything, you could buy this strike and sell something, lower so that, by the time we hit this, the call you bought would be way in the money compared to the one you sold. So that kind of thing. It would still be really cheap, but yeah, like in a nutshell, it's actually fairly simple to use. You can use this for like an intraday trading setup. This is how I use it.
Okay.
Now, another adjustment you can make. So one of the things about averages is they're not as adaptive to volatility. So if we like what we had Friday before last, we kind of had a decent down day, and then that's going to kind of blow out. The market's obviously going to start making wider moves than the past however many weeks. So one thing you can come in and do, and you can play around with this, but you can adjust your period time down to be a little bit more adaptive to recent price action. So you can set it to say like 5. So sometimes it makes a dramatic change and then sometimes it doesn't. And it really is going to depend on your preference. So over just the last 5 days, the average range you can see is far greater. So we were at 68 for ATR over the last 20, but in the last 5, the ATR has actually been 100 points. And then in that case, this last Friday, we actually had a half ATR move. If you're trying to be, a little bit more reactive.
Yeah. Right.
So more of a squeeze day, which makes sense because it was an OPEX day. So, but it's kind of crazy. It almost doesn't matter what you pick as long as you're comfortable with whatever configuration you've got. Like these levels will still be very effective.